welcome back to my channel. I'm Deja. If you're new here, give me a like and a subscribe. If you're an OG, welcome back. So I'm just going ahead and starting off with some skincare. The cleanser that I'm using in this video is by the Inkey List, and it's their salicylic acid cleanser. I love this product. I actually got it from Sephora maybe over a year ago. It's like a backup cleanser that I use other than my Curology Cleanser. You can use it during the day, you can use it at night. It's really light. I really love this product. Definitely recommend it. It's really affordable if you can't afford normal skincare, because it can get a little bit pricey. So I do recommend this one. Just depends on your skin type, so make sure you do read the ingredients. So now I'm just rinsing my face with some cold water, guys. It's very important to rinse your skin with cold water and not hot or warm water. Even if it's on a towel, it can damage your skin, from my experience. So I do use paper towels to just pat my face dry. I don't recommend rubbing your skin because it can break your skin and damage your skin. I don't recommend using towels to dry your face either, because you use towels for so many things and they do hold germs. And I'm just brushing my teeth because you can't be going out with no stank ass breath. All smiles for the pearly whites. So yeah, I'm just tapping that excess water off of my face. It's funny when I smile because I have a super strong resting bitch face and people always assume that I'm mean, which is funny. And we're gonna change that, okay? So yeah, I'm just taking my Curology Cleanser. I really love this product. It contains azelaic acid 2%, clindamycin 1%, and zinc pyrithium 0.25%. Don't ask me what any of these things do, as I have not researched them on my own, but I trust it because hey, it cleared up my acne, so we're all good there, which is probably not the best advice, but hey, do what you want to do. Yeah, that was me with a little jig. I don't know what song I was listening to, but I swear I'm a gangster, y'all. Yeah, and I like to just use Carmex to moisturize my lips because you don't want to be doing no makeup and your lips getting all crusty. So make sure you moisturize those lips. So now I'm going in first. Oh, actually, I did do my eyebrows off camera because, y'all, for some reason, I can barely do my eyebrows anymore, and it really hurts my feelings. But, hey, they came out how they came out. But the foundation that I am using is by Kiss New York. It is the Touch Pro Liquid Foundation in the shade Cognac. This is my favorite foundation. I have used different foundations in the past, but this one is my go-to, and it's just the one I had, so that's what I used. Also, I don't know if this shade is a little bit too dark for me, but it blends so well, so I don't even really pay attention to that. So I'm just making sure that I get that foundation in every space possible, because you don't have patches of no foundation on your face with concealer showing. So yeah, just make sure you tap all around and get that foundation and cover all of those areas. So now, after blending in that foundation, I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's the satin finish concealer, and the color is light beige. This is one of my favorite concealers. I have tried different ones, but this one right here, y'all, it just hits different. I don't know what it is about this concealer, but the formula is great. The way that it applies is great. The brush is great. I just love it all around. It's definitely a 10/10 in my book. When I'm blending my concealer, I only go down to my cheekbones, and you don't want to blend your concealer too far down if you have high cheekbones like me. When I'm blending my concealer, I only blend it down to my cheekbones where it's going to be meeting my contour, because it just gives an even look when I do it this way. So I'm going in with the same product by e.l.f., but this is their e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer with a satin finish. The color is Rich Honey. I use it as my contour shade. It's dark enough for me. Other concealers, for some reason I can't really find one that gives me that pop, and this is like the perfect shade for me. And also, when you're blending out your concealer, you want to use a damp brush, or at least I use a damp brush, because it helps blend it out just a little bit better. But you really don't have to use a damp brush because this concealer is already very loose. But I also like to use that damp sponge anyways. I've been saying brush this whole time. But yeah, you just want to pat it out just right around the perimeter of your face. I don't do chin concealer because I don't know, it just gives me a manly look, and I don't like to put like certain products all over my face, only in certain areas. And I just blend it right where it meets my highlight on my cheekbones. Using that same concealer, I am going to highlight my forehead, nose, and chin. I did use a little bit more this time. I'm not sure why. I think it was just because I was under the pressure of recording. Plus, I was rushing because I decided to do this very last minute. I like stayed out at my mom's all night, so I kind of rushed to do this makeup, which is crazy because it actually came out very flawless, which is a plus for me. So yeah, I'm just blending out my concealer as best as I can. It's all going to come together, so I don't really care if it's like too perfect. You want to make sure you get that concealer very blended in the corner of your eyes. Girl, get close to the camera. Get close to the camera. And for my nose concealer, when I'm blending it, I only blend it to a certain extent. Like, I don't want it to be super blended because I do want you to see that contour very boldly. Like, I want it to stand out as much as possible. So yeah, just blend, blend, blend. Make sure everything is nice and blended before you do set your face. Blending is key in the makeup process. You want to make sure everything is blended as finely as possible so that when you do take pictures or just in general, you don't have that flashback effect, or you can see the fine lines and the difference between where the concealer meets or where the powder meets and all that type of stuff. Now I'm going in with my favorite product of them all. It is by Black Opal. It's their finishing powder. It's their soft velvet finishing powder in the shade medium. I've been using the same setting powder for so long, y'all. It makes my makeup so flawless. I love it so much. And I am using a Morphe brush. It's from the Jaclyn Hill collection. It's the JH07 Morphe X Jaclyn Hill brush. This brush is really good at applying this powder as it gives me a soft finish. And I like to lightly tap it over my face and also lightly tap it in the powder and brush some of the excess powder off because you don't want to look too cakey. I don't know, I see a lot of people use a lot of product when they are applying setting powder, and I've tried that, y'all, and it does not work for me. That shit will have me looking like a fucking powder donut. And also, it could kind of be a waste of product. You don't want to use all your product when you could get the same results with less. So tap, 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 get all of that product in. You want to make sure you're nice and set so that that concealer doesn't move around. And I just pat it all in the areas where I did put that lighter concealer. Now I'm going in with my True Complexion contour palette in the shade medium to dark. This is one of my favorite palettes. I don't use this all the time because I already use the very dark hydrating concealer, which works so well for me that I don't really need to set it, but sometimes I do like to set it. And I just use it around my areas where the concealer meets the foundation, just to kind of blend that out so I won't have those fine lines, and just making sure that everything is nice and blended and connects very well. And I'm gonna go in with this bronzer from Morphe. It's in the shade Phenom, I believe that's how you say it. It's a face and body bronzer. In my beginning stages of makeup, I did not use bronzer, y'all, but when I tell you you need bronzer, like, it's literally a game changer. Also, I'm using the Morphe E65 brush. This brush is really good for this powder, and I just kind of tap it around where everything meets so that everything could be nice and blended. And bronzer gives you this very beautiful warmth to your face, which I really love. Bronzing is one of my favorite steps in the makeup process because it just kind of connects all of your makeup and it's just so beautiful. And I tap over some of the lighter areas just to make sure, like, it's giving me that warmth and it connects everything. Now I'm gonna go in with the Profusion 6 color blush palette. It's the Studio Blush Palette by Profusion. Y'all, would you believe me if I told you that I got this palette from the 99-cent store? And it actually works pretty good. I've been having it for a while and using it for a while, and this is probably one of my favorite blushes because red, it always gives me this super strong look, and I don't really like that. I really love a soft feminine look when I do makeup, and this palette is like it has a lot of peachy pink shades, which I really love for my skin color because it gives me a different type of warmth. Plus, using that bronzer that I use, they both just go together so well. And I like to just tap it over my eyelids, over my eyebrows, and my cheekbones, as well as those are the areas that kind of stand out the most in my face. And I'm taking that same Morphe brush with the bronzer on it to go over my eyelids because this is a step that I use when I don't do eyeshadow. Now moving over to my lips, I just use a regular brown, the darkest brown Kiss eyeliner to line my lips, nothing too fancy. Headed over to the lipstick, I just lightly tap some, I don't know what lipstick this is, y'all. Honestly, it's just been in my collection for so long and I use it whenever I'm doing my makeup when I really want that pop of color on my lips. And now I'm going to go over it with my favorite Fenty lip gloss. It's the Fenty Glow. I'm not sure if that's the shade, but that's what it says on the container. So that's the color. I'm assuming that it is. It's a pink shade and it has like this glittery touch to it. I really love this. It looks so pretty on my lips. And I'm just going to go back in with that same dark brown lip liner to line my lips just to cure any imperfections. And use this little brush to tap everything to blend it out. Now I'm going back in with that same brush with the bronzer on it. I'm going to go over my nose just to give it a little definition, as well as blend everything else out. Just give a few more taps to my face to make sure everything is nice and blended. And then I'm going to use the Fit Me pressed powder in the shade Buff Beige 130 just to kind of lighten up that concealer under my eyes, because I really do love when it's a little bit lighter than usual. Then I'm using another damp brush just to kind of blend everything out. It's kind of like my final step after makeup. So that was the makeup, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that look. I did go ahead and get dressed off of camera because it was just a lot, and I thought I had an outfit already planned in my head, but I went ahead and just went with a simple dress. It's one of my favorite colors, actually. I couldn't wait to wear this dress. But yeah, I headed over to my friend Kiana's house, and when I pulled up, she gave me some wine. This is the fit. It's just a simple black purse, black shoes with a little purple dress. And to be honest, I had a really good night. This was my first time going out with her and another friend. and I actually enjoyed myself a lot. I'm gonna insert some clips just heading up to the night. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give me a like, give me a comment, and subscribe. I hope you come back for the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.